Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you're all doing extremely well. I didn't think I would do another Call of Duty Warzone video, or just this in general, so quickly, considering the last three have all been what's wrong with Call of Duty, until the leaks came out today. So today I am recording this. It is Wednesday the 4th of August. We are officially 1 week away until Season 5 drops. And Call of Duty have outdone themselves once again. With every new season, they introduce a brand new operator, and that operator then takes center stage in the Warzone storyline and in the multiplayer storyline. And what they've gone ahead and done now is the main character is a hacker. Now, my video yesterday was legitimately talking about how hackers ruin Call of Duty. They've ruined the whole game, like Warzone in general, and Call of Duty have gone, do you know what's pissing our fan base off at the moment? Hackers. So what are we going to do about the next operator? And some genius in the back of the room went, I think it should be a hacker. And they went, brilliant! Because why would you fix an issue when you can just make fun of the issue? Because in my opinion, that's exactly what is happening. Whoever at Activision has done this, A, you're kind of a genius, but B, you guys are legitimately ignoring the issue of what is going on in your game. At the moment, so we haven't seen too much. I mean, I don't even think the videos have even gone live. There's no trailer just yet, as far as I'm aware. But the screenshot, which is going to be the thumbnail, is of this hacking chick, right? And she reminds me of the specialist character from Black Ops 3 who was part of the 54 Immortals. I can't remember what her name was, but she had combat focus and she had the Annihilator. My favourite character personally from Black Ops 3. That's who she reminds me of. But it's just the irony that, you know, your game is ruined by the hackers, and you have created a operator based on the very thing that is killing your game. I don't understand how this was even put through the motions and stuff like that. And it's not like it can get changed now, because Call of Duty ain't going to change anything in a week leading up to everything, are they? You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't care for the Cold War storyline, I don't care for the Warzone storyline and stuff like that. I can loosely follow the zombies storyline as a whole, but this, to me, is just the stupidest thing they've done. And on top of that, I mean, we don't know what new weapons we're going to get. You know, I imagine the trailer will release probably in the next couple of days. We're going to get probably a triple double XP this weekend for regular XP, weapon XP, and battle pass XP. I can imagine that's going to drop about Friday for us in England, about 6 to 8 p.m. and stuff like that, and go all the way through until Monday. That's what I'm imagining. And then obviously, yeah, we'll get this trailer as well, and it will show us, you know, we're going to drop a brand new map and stuff like that, which won't be a brand new map. It will be a remake from a previous Call of Duty and stuff like that. But it's just incredible to me that this is what it's gotten down to now. I'm just going to see if there's anything right now about the leaks and stuff like that, but it's just, no one really cares at this moment in time, do they? Like, Cold War, as I say, Cold War is dead. You know, it's very, very dead. It can't be saved. Simple as that. And now they're just doing something they're not pandering to an audience now, they're taking the piss. That's what they're doing. So I'm looking at the subreddit now for Cold War, and currently at the moment we've got Season 5 detail. It appears the season will have a sort of Japanese theme. That I don't mind. The Tech 9 is coming. I'm not quite sure. I think the Tech 9 was a submachine gun, if I remember correctly. The operator's name is Kitsune, or Kitsune, however you want to pronounce that. And there are two other operators, Kingsley and Surge, could be code names. And the map Echelon, which has been leaked since Season 1, as well as Slums and Drive-In getting remastered. Now, Slums was a game we got technically remastered in Black Ops 4, and it went down a treat. Why are we getting it again so quickly? I have no idea. Drive-In doesn't ring a bell to me and stuff like that. I mean, I say I played every Treyarch game, but just the map doesn't really change anything. It doesn't ring a bell. And as far as other future content, we'll also see probably see Weather Station, a new region for Outbreak that contains Summit. Okay, I mean, do we really need a 7th mini-map within Outbreak? Probably not. As well as standalone Summit for multiplayer whenever that gets added. Did they not drop a map that is like vaguely similar to Summit and stuff like that. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's basically Summit. But whatever. Pretty certain they're coming, just don't know when it's being added. Possibly this season, if not in Season 6. As well as there is also still PhD and Double Tap for Zombies and the Lightning Links field upgrade coming at some point. Now, in regards to the zombie content there and stuff, I mean, we know we're going to get, as a zombie collective, we know we're going to get completely just left to one side and stuff like that. We don't care until halfway through Season 5, and that's when they start dropping zombie stuff. In terms of a new perk, obviously they've only just dropped Mule Kick in the half-season update, so I don't imagine there's going to be a new perk anytime soon. If it is going to be a new perk, it will be halfway through, and I imagine that's when if they are going to do a weather station map for Outbreak and stuff like that, that's when they'll drop the next perk. PhD or Double Tap, I'm praying more for PhD than I am for Double Tap, but the problem is with PhD is meant to be, it worked in the original Black Ops because you could dolphin dive. That was the main purpose of it, and to avoid splash damage when you're using a ray gun and stuff like that. There isn't much of a splash damage in Cold War, so PhD for me would kind of be pretty pointless. I mean, if you were going to make the PhD effect from when you're sliding, that's fine, but that was Banana Colada. And the only difference, obviously, and then also they did one in Black Ops 4 as well. I can't remember the name of it, where you just literally slid across the floor and it like exploded. Would be kind of a cool concept. And with Double Tap, when you've got attachments that can change the fire rate of a gun, is Double Tap really necessary? I mean, Double Tap 2.0 is my favourite perk in any Call of Duty Zombies game. Simple as that. But at this point in time, you know, what other perks could you use in Zombies at the moment? You know, I mean, if I look at the perk, you've got Jug, Standard, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, all normal. Obviously, Stamina Up, Elemental Pop Tier. I mean, Elemental Pop turned out to be a really decent perk and stuff like all in all. I mean, it's already got Electric Cherry, so you can't add that into it as well. Deadshot Daiquiri, which was a perk that so many people just hated on, is now a top tier perk. Tombstone is pointless. It's just, I don't know why it was ever brought back and stuff like that. And Mule Kick has been pretty cool, but the problem is when you've got tier 5, it doesn't always work. So with the whole point of third primary weapon is recovered when repurchasing Mule Kick, it doesn't always work, and I've tried it so many times. What other perks could you possibly choose in that timeline and stuff like that? Like, we go back and see any other perks and stuff. I mean, they're not going to release Black Ops 4 perks because they weren't to the same concept as what the OG perks were. But there isn't many that were included in the past that you can bring back. Everything is pretty much done. Like I said, Electric Cherry is Elemental Pop Tier 5, so you can't include that. We've got Mule Kick, we've got Deadshot, you know, we are, yes, missing PhD and Double Tap, but that is legitimately it. At this point in time, they just need to focus on not releasing. I personally, I don't mind if they don't release any more perks and stuff. I'm happy with the 8 that we've got. I mean, I say you can drop Tombstone altogether and replace it with something else. That's fine, but they're not going to do that. In terms of a new field upgrade, I mean, the 7 we've got, yeah, they're all right in their own make and stuff like that. I mean, whatever this lightning field thing is going to be, you know, I think it'd be similar basis as to what like Deadwire, I imagine, has been and stuff like that. That's what I can imagine. We'll just have to wait and see, but I just think Season 5 is going to go down like a complete lead balloon. You know, it's, as I said before, like the game is no longer fun, and the only reason I play it is so I can play zombies and just grind for Dark Ether and stuff like that. You know, that's all I'm doing. You know, I have no intentions of going overboard in this game. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm looking at the screen right now. I'm Prestige 7, level 337, and it's the only reason is because I'm playing zombies and stuff like that. Like, my zombies time and stuff like that, I mean, I might end up doing a video just on this already, but I have a total of 3 days and 17 hours logged on this account. Obviously, I had more on an old account, which was hacked and stuff like that. I have 14 hours on multiplayer. I have over 3 days played on nothing but zombies, because that's all I'm playing this game for. And it will be the only thing I play for, whether I'm playing for Easter eggs with friends, playing for high rounds with friends, just messing around with friends, you know. That's all I'm doing. I have no plans on playing multiplayer unless I'm just pissing about with mates and stuff like that. But I don't know what Call of Duty's thinking right now. They've literally gone, we're going like go for broke right now and stuff like that. We've already pissed off the fan base enough, let's piss them off even more. And, you know, like I said, like, we're in the beginning of August now, and we still have heard nothing from the next Call of Duty. So, as I said in previous videos now, Call of Duty's done. You know, I think the best thing for them to do now is take a break, but they're not going to. With Season 5, you know, I mean, whatever it's going to do in Warzone, it's going to do its own thing there. As far as I know, like, something to do with like the satellites are going to open up and all this sort of stuff. I don't know. Apparently, the backstory for Kitsune is she's the one controlling like the travel doors and stuff like that in Warzone. That's basically sort of her premise of it. And well, that's a cool concept and stuff like that. So I don't know how she works into whether she's going to be an integral part of Cold War. I have no idea, but the storyline is so completely far-fetched now and stuff like that. It's just gone for broke, let's be honest. But I mean, what more do they do? You know, I mean, leak talks about, and the Reddit leak talks about even a season 6. Is there even going to be a season 6? You know, like if I'm correct in thinking, isn't every season like 60 days? That takes us up to the beginning of October if that's the case. Like, what's the point? You know. What's the point in releasing a Season 6 when your supposed next game is meant to be released? If they just turn around and say, oh yeah, we're not releasing a new COD this year, then fine, go for it, go hell for leather. And one thing I saw as well, like I saw it from a Jev video this morning, the fact they released a new SMG, but for Modern Warfare. This is a game that is no longer being worked on and stuff like that, yet they've had Kill House be released on there. They've had new guns released on there. Yes, I get it's obviously still integral with Warzone and stuff like that. But how is a game that is technically now a year out of development and stuff like that, it's done its time and gone, how is that still getting updates? It shows that people would rather play Modern Warfare than play Cold War. And don't get me wrong, if I still had Modern Warfare, yeah, I'd probably be playing it because I had a lot of fun on that game. But it's just, what is the point? You know, like Treyarch right now have literally just gone, fuck it, we'll start playtesting our next game and stuff like that. That is what I imagine Treyarch are doing and stuff like that right now. You know, Infinity Ward are kind of working. What I imagine it is Infinity Ward are working on what is supposedly meant to be Modern Warfare 2, 2022, let's call it, and stuff like that. And Raven are looking after Warzone, as well as just adding weapons into Modern Warfare as well. That's how I imagine it's working at the moment, but it's just what has happened to this whole franchise at the moment and stuff like that. Like, you went from a game which made you billions of pounds in Modern Warfare to a game which is now just so completely dead that you have had so many remakes of maps that is all your game is. There's nothing else to this game apart from remade maps and stuff like that. Like, there was talk about it. I've seen zombies YouTubers talk about this before. When Black Ops 3 was dead and buried and stuff like that, and obviously they'd just released Infinite Warfare, Treyarch went ahead and released Zombie Chronicles. Now, that for me was amazing because I started playing Black Ops 3 because of that. When they released Zombie Chronicles, I went back and I played the ever-loving hell out of Zombie Chronicles. The problem with it being is, could they drop a Zombie Chronicles 2? Not really, because you don't want to see the same maps that you had brought back. You know, I mean, what did you have? You had the three originals, bar Doris, because obviously that was remade as a giant. You had Kino come back, you had Ascension, you had Shangri-La, and you had Moon. That doesn't leave you a lot of maps. What does it leave you? It leaves you Die Rise, which is never going to be remade because it was terrible. Transit was terrible. Come at me. And then, you know, you can't even do Nuketown because that was remade as Alpha Omega. You can't remake Call of the Dead because that was remade as Target Toten. You can't even remake. There was one more. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I'm pretty sure that was remade as well. So all the maps that you want to remake, you have already remade into something else and kind of killed it. Mob of the Dead, that was it. You remade Mob of the Dead as Blood of the Dead and it completely and utterly tanked. If you do want to erase those memories, then yeah, maybe they could make Die Rise better, you know. Put Die Rise in a Cold War engine might be okay. I don't know. But say you remade Call of the Dead, fine. You remake Die Rise, you remake Nuketown Zombies, you can remake Der Eisendrache, which a lot of people do love, you can remake Gorod Krovi, remake some of those maps, and then if you want to, then you can add in like I mean, could a Kino de Toten work with Cold War? Yeah, I think it could. You've already got Nux, so that's fine. You have to worry about that. But could something like that be added to this game that makes it better? Who knows? Like I've said, I think I said this in the first video I did of the month and stuff like that. If they start adding mod tools to Cold War, then zombies will it will stay at a concurrent basis and stuff like that. Like, it will never die. You can kill multiplayer off, oh yeah, fine, but what the modding community could do with Cold War weapons and stuff like that, and Cold War engine, is unreal. I've seen it in there's a map called Kowloon, which you can actually download the Cold War like point of view and stuff like that, so you can have the way the guns act, like the way the start menu looks, everything, and it looks really, really cool. The moment the modding community gets its hands on Cold War, when Treyarch finally give the go-ahead for it, it might give Cold War a little bit more replayability. The fact that people are still playing custom zombies over 6 years since Black Ops 3 was released is incredible. And the fact that the modding community is making more and more and better maps and stuff like that. When you've got custom zombies videos getting more views than, say, Mauer de Toten videos have, or Firebase Z, or Die Machine, or Outbreak and stuff like that, that should tell you the fact that the moment you release mod tools on PC for Cold War, the modding community will go absolutely batshit, and they will make some of the most insane maps possible. I guarantee that. But I'm gonna leave it there. I think I've rambled on far too long now. For me, Season 5 is going to do nothing but piss fans off and stuff like that. I hope they change my mind. I really, really do. But I cannot see it happening and everything. The only thing I can see happening is with this new... If they are going to put a new map into Outbreak and stuff like that, is there a chance of making a third Easter egg for it? More than likely, yes. So be prepared for that. In regards to the multiplayer, it's not going to do anything. And in regards to Warzone, it's just going to piss people off. Guys, thank you for checking out the video. Like the video, subscribe down below. In the comments, just talk about what do we think of Season 5. Is it going to flop? Is it going to bang? What do we all think and stuff like that? Social media links are in the description as well. You can check me out on all of those. And as always, I'll see you later. Take care.